Hi, I am Yasmin, author of the Magic of Jewellery Illustration. Thank you for visiting my YouTube channel. In the video White Ink Pens Reviews, I cover what types of white pens I am using and what I like about them. I'm a big fan of refillable white pens, but they have their drawbacks and need special attention. Let me show you how to clean these kind of pens, and also let me share a few tips on how to work with them. The main issue is that the fine tip of these pens will clog easily, especially when using them on top of colored pencils. After I covered this gemstone with red pencil, I'm going to trace the outline and facets with a white ink pen. In this case, I used the rottering isograph 0.25 mm. Due to its thin tip, I can create very thin, precise lines. However, if I use too much pressure, it will scrape off the pencil and the tip will be clogged. The ink will stop flowing and you need to clean the pen thoroughly to get it working again. Also, you need to be careful that you do not bend the tip. Otherwise, you will need to replace it, which is not cheap. It's quite obvious, but I mention it anyhow. This tip is as thin as a needle. Please don't hurt yourself. It happened to me a few times. The great thing about this pen is that you can take it apart for cleaning and also refill it. Inside the pen is a refillable cartridge. I usually make sure it is about half full before I start painting. I also check if the ink still looks okay. If it is lumpy or looks strange in any other way, I clean the cartridge and replace the ink. I shake the ink before I refill the cartridge. Then I put the pen together again. Now the Stano Professional. It works very similar to the rottering. Be careful, it can get quite messy. You can take these refillable pens apart, which allows you to clean them thoroughly. Let's have a look at the Stano first. You can unscrew the top to get access to the inside of the nib. I use my fingers to unscrew the top, but there's also a tool at the back of the barrel which you can use. There is a type of thread. This allows the ink to flow to the tip. This area can be easily blocked with dried ink. I use some tissue to wipe off the ink. Then I prepare a dish with ink solvent cleaner and soak the parts for a few minutes, or longer, depending on how dirty the parts are. I take the parts out and clean them thoroughly with tissue. Then I put everything back together. It will take a while before the ink reaches the tip. You can try to shake the pen or knock the back several times against your desk. This should encourage the ink to flow. Keep on making test strokes until the pen works again. Here's the tool I mentioned before. This will help you to open the top of the pen if it's too tight to loosen with your fingers alone. The Staedtler Mars Matic works pretty much in the same way. The rottering isograph is slightly different. It has a sleeve to cover the thread where the ink flows. You can just pull it off. There's no tool necessary. Otherwise, everything is pretty much the same. I sometimes use a needle or toothbrush to clean the thread. After I finish the cleaning process, I put the pen back together. I use the same method as before to get the ink flowing. These are just two examples of refillable ink pens. There are several brands available. They might be slightly different, but in general the principle should be the same. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe if you would like to learn more about jewelry design and manufacturing. See you soon. Bye bye!